So, I'm going to tread lightly on this week's movie and start by saying that my commentary is going to focus more on the film and less on the filmmaker. Or let me put it another way. I'm downplaying his infamous personal life. Flags go up when anyone talks about Woody Allen, and so I want to start by making my intentions known. I should also tell you that despite those accusations, Allen has greatly influenced my sense of humor and my identity as a writer. Needless to say, I've made myself a completist of his work, and probably on purpose, the major holdout was Stardust Memories, his much maligned semi-autobiographical take on Fellini's 8½, that was released in the fall of 1980, and written off by critics as a mean-spirited exercise in self-indulgence. I've seen it twice now, and while it is hard to disagree, I have to pin it with a but. I will admit that I understood the critical screed when I saw the film for the first time a year ago. At that time, it made me angry. Alan Sandy Bates complains about the nature of writing comedy when there's so much suffering in the world, but you're compelled to just shake him and say, look, you're successful, just shut up and enjoy it. Sandy doesn't want to make funny movies anymore, and that's a not too subtle commentary on the complaint lauded at Alan's recent work like Annie Hall and Manhattan, and especially Interiors, given to this film's persistent refrain,
especially like your early funny ones.
He's being asked to attend a weekend film festival of his work, where he is surrounded by an endless parade of fans and hangers-on and groupies, and he wants none of it. This whole setup seemed, to most everyone who saw it, kind of petty. Critics hated it. Gene Siskel pared it down to this.
Stardust Memories is not the usual Woody Allen comedy. He seems to be indicting his fans in this picture and himself. He's indicting everyone in the celebrity game. But to do that, Allen has really stacked the deck against virtually everyone in the film. He plays an unpleasant character surrounded by a lot of other unpleasant characters, and Allen has his character deliver a lot of unpleasant jokes. This is all in an effort to tell us that Woody Allen hates to be asked for his autograph.
And that is true, but I think I found a little more to it than that. The movie is problematic. Yes, it's self-indulgent and sometimes cruel toward Allen's fans, and it explores themes that he would tackle much better in Crimes and Misdemeanors. But I think he was trying to create a portrait of the confining nature of success, the lack of privacy, and the demands to please a mass audience. But it goes in fits and starts. The commentary on his career is apt, but the portrayal of his fans doesn't work, nor does his angry portrayal of his relationships. Although I do love this line.
Hey, look, I'm a super intelligent being. By Earth standards, I have an IQ of 1600, and I can't even understand what you expected from that relationship with Dory.
But then, as I watched the film the second time, something much more serious occurred. Late in the film, a crazed fan emerges and seems to shoot Sandy dead. Now, that doesn't seem like much more than just paranoid baggage that's weighing on him as he becomes more successful. But then I considered the time period. Stardust Memories was released in the United States just a few weeks before John Lennon was murdered by an obsessed fan. Looking back on the film, it's hard to doubt that Allen was onto something. Others would follow. Rebecca Schaeffer, Selena, Gianni Versace, all rose to a level of fame that made them visible to a global audience and put them in the crosshairs of someone who wanted their own fame by killing them. That's a rational, reasonable fear, and so the timing of this movie was a little eerie. I can never say that I really liked Stardust Memories, but it did get me thinking, and that has to account for something. For Armchair Cinema, I'm Jerry Dean Roberts. I'll see you next week.